What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, it's your boy, Trey Sense. Listen, we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. I'm not gonna hold you too long tonight because it's about 2 a.m. and your boy's been working all evening. So he's ready for a little nappy nap. So let's get some motion going. Before we do that though, I need something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video, and I need you to sub to the channel. Your sub may be the one that puts us over the 5,000 mark. Wouldn't that be amazing? To say I was Trey Sense 5,000th sub. But until we get to 5, let's get to these bottles. The first one I want to talk to you about, and again, all of these are from the house of Armaf. Say that 3 times fast, you know, because that's what this video is. 7 fragrances from the house of Armaf in my collection that I think you need to get. The first one is from the house of Armaf, and it is Niche Oud. Now, I understand everybody doesn't like oud fragrances. I do. And I get so many compliments on oud fragrances, and I got a lot of compliments on this one. It's just a good smelling juice, and this may be one of the best bottles that Armaf has. It doesn't look cheesy, cheap, or tacky. The cap snaps into place, but I wouldn't pick it up by the cap still. But this right here is a very sweet, clean oud. It doesn't smell like a bag full of wet puppies. It doesn't. It smells really, really good, really, really clean, really gentlemanly, and really classy. If you are looking for an introductory oud fragrance, I actually think this would work for you, and I think it may change your mind on oud. Really good, nice, sweet, clean, fresh, good oud. All right, where do we go from here? This next one is a dirty, gritty, just dark, rich, deep fragrance from the house of Armaf. It is, and this is a funny name to say, Ascot. And that's what it is. This is Ascot. Is it Derby Clubhouse Ascot? Yes, it's Derby Clubhouse Ascot. And I like it. And this is a clone of something from one of the last remaining niche houses, and that is Wash. And the reason I say that is because, to me, there's a lot of fragrances or fragrance houses that will say, oh, they're a niche house and everything that they make is nothing but a dressed up designer fragrance, like Parfums de Mari, I like Creed Aventus, I like Creed. Nothing that they make is niche anymore. Everything is mainstream, and that is the complete opposite of the definition of niche. Just saying. Armaf, Zoology, 8 and Bob are just a couple of fragrance houses, in my opinion, that I think still are niche. Lalique to me is a niche house, but y'all can think what you want to. I like Ancre Noir, I like L'Extreme. To me, those are niche style fragrances. And since Lalique doesn't dabble in the world of fashion, because in my opinion, if you ask yourself one simple question, what does Lalique have in common with Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, Fubu, or any other fashion designer, Kenneth Cole? What does Lalique have in common with those? The answer is going to be nothing other than fragrance. Let that sink in. But anyway, oh, and by definition, doesn't that make Cremo a niche house? Food for thought. But anyway, back to this beautiful, beautiful, dark, deep, rich fragrance right here. Everything is not for everybody, and everybody's not gonna like this fragrance. But if you're the type of person who likes fragrances that are a little bit different, a little bit bold, and a little bit daring, and the opposite of the reinvention of the wheel, of not being the reinvention of the wheel, then you will like this one, because this one is different. The only fragrances in my collection that I have that smell like this are the ones that I have from Wash. Nothing else, nothing else. And I like that. Now, again, to me, maybe the reason that I like this fragrance is because it smells like home. All of you know I'm from North Alabama, and when it rains here in the fall, there's a certain smell. There's a certain smell when it rains in the summer. There's a certain smell when it rains in the fall, because we have leaves, we have trees. And on those trees, there's leaves, and those leaves fall. And those leaves fall on the ground, and you've got the dirt and the mud and the asphalt and all of that mixing in together. It creates this smell. And that's what this reminds me of. It just reminds me of being outside on a rainy day in November, and I like it. So from the house of Armaf, of course, from the Derby Clubhouse line is Ascot. Okay, so I've done that one, and I've done that one. This next one is probably one of the most popular of late, and it is again from the house of Armaf, and it is Aside. And this is a Sauvage Elixir clone, and I paid $12 for this on Mercari. I don't know what else to say. It's deep, it's rich, it has a very Middle Eastern vibe to it. It's resinous, it's ashy, it's dark. Everybody won't like this, but if you like Sauvage Elixir and don't want to cough up that dough, then get Aside, and you will be right in the game. You will be in the game, calling plays, looking at the coach, waiting for the next play to come in. You're going to be checking your wristband. You're going to be trying to hear, because you're going to be in the game, baby. It's a good one. It's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot. That is Aside. This next one, I do think it's worth the purchase. I do think it's a good fragrance. I don't get the combination though. This is from the house of Armaf, of course. It is Le Parfum. All I pick up on really is green Irish tweed. I don't pick up on a combination of fragrances at all, but I'm not the best at picking up that, because even with my alt Crystal Smash, that's supposed to be Baccarat Rouge 540 and Lost Cherry, I only pick up on Lost Cherry. And in this one, I'm only picking up on green Irish tweed, which is not a bad thing. I just don't pick up on a combination of fragrances. All I pick up on is green Irish tweed. I like it. It smells good. The beginning is a little bit strenuous, but the opening is a little bit strenuous, but once it dies down and dries down and fades into a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So from the house of Armaf, it is Le Parfum. And you had a lot of big timers raving about this fragrance, like Cubano and all of them, and they love this one. It's a good one. It's a good one. Two of these next three are to me, all world. This next one is Elelo. Now, is this a reinvention of the wheel? Nope. What you have here is an extremely sweet blue fragrance. Great for a quick grab and go, great for the gym bag, great for the office. Put it in your locker at work, you can put it in your locker at the gym. I hate to use the word dumb reach, so let's just say easy grab and go. Just a grab and go fragrance. Really, really easy. It's not deep, dense, rich, anything like that. But it does smell good. It does smell good. A little bit of freshness up at the top of it, and then it dries down into a blue fragrance very similar to Invictus. That's what you have. Now, again, none of that is bad. None of that is bad. If you've been looking for a cheaper version, an alternative to Invictus, here you go. Here you go. I think it's a little bit fresher than Invictus, so maybe it's Invictus Aqua that it's a clone of, but nonetheless, it does smell good and I like it. So from the house of Armaf, it is Elelo. These next two, this one right here holds a special place to my heart, because until I got my Chanel Platinum Egoist, this had to suffice, and it is Legacy. And a legacy it is. From the house of Armaf, it is Armaf Legacy. And this is a Chanel Platinum Egoist clone, and they nailed it. They nailed it. This is a really good smelling juice. This does not smell cheap. It does not smell inexpensive. It does not come out harsh. It comes out almost identical to Chanel. This is a good one right here. They did good. The only thing they messed up is, I don't know why you would put a magnetic cap on the cap that doesn't come off, but that's Armaf for you, but pay no attention to it. The scent that's in here is stunning, and I absolutely love it. I was talking to Mr. Joel over at JB Butters, and he was saying that this was one of his favorite scent profiles, not the Legacy, but the actual Chanel. So you guys be sure to go over to JB Butters. You can look it up on Facebook, or you can use www.jbbutters.com. Use code TREY5 and get you $5 off. But he was talking about how much he enjoyed this fragrance and that it was his favorite fragrance, and that he whipped up a Butters, and that he uses it, when he's trying to close some big deals. So nonetheless, I like the scent profile. Right now, I've got all 7 of these fragrances on some part of my body, and every time I move, I can smell a different one, which is quite enjoyable. That Elelo is doing this thing. It's really, really sweet. It's really sweet, but I like it. It smells good. It doesn't smell with the same quality as Assad and Niche Oud, or this one, or the Ascot. Doesn't quite have the same level of richness, but that's okay. Everything can't smell like $1 million. And it does still smell good. It just doesn't have a whole lot of depth or richness to it. Smell good? Yes. Yes, it smells really good. Last but not least, this is probably the sexiest fragrance out of this group, out of the 7 Armafs that I chose for this video, and it is Futura. And this one is great for the upcoming late summer, early fall. Great for the date night. Great for the hoodies, and it is a clone of something from YSL, one of the YSL fragrances, but it is sexy, it is spicy, it is easy to wear, it is good. This will go great on a hoodie. If you spray this on, she won't leave you alone. I like it. I mean, I'm thinking about wearing this to work tomorrow. I'll tell you a story real quick. I made a manager of mine a decant of this, and he came back. I asked him, I said, B, how'd you like the fragrances? He came back and he told me, he said, I really like that Futura one. Is it expensive? How much is it? And I said, it's not expensive. I said, it's about $30 for a bottle. He's like, for that little bottle? Because I put it in like a 5 ml. For that little bottle? Oh no, that's too expensive. I said, no, for 100 ml. He's like, oh. So Futura, great little fragrance, great for a date night, great for an evening out, just a great fragrance all the way around. He was telling me how much his fiance liked it, and I said, well, there you go. But there you go. And I enjoy it as well. That's a good fragrance. Actually, I like all of these. The only one that I haven't spent really a little bit of time with, well, the only 2 is these 2. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with these, just been doing some testing on my skin, and just spray a little bit here and spray a little bit here. I haven't really given them a full wearing, but from what I have gathered from the sprays that I have put on my persons, they're pretty good. And I definitely think you should pick them up, especially if you're looking for fragrances to fit that wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here because my back is starting to hurt, as you can tell, because I am getting fidgety. And it's about 3 in the morning, and it's time for my nap. So with that being said, guys, listen, I love you all. Thank you all so much for all the support that you've given the channel, whether it's buying decants, watching, liking, sharing, whatever. I greatly appreciate it. It is appreciated. Thank you so much. And for all those of you who've been watching and letting the ads run, I appreciate that as well. As usual, I'm going to say this, any of these can be had in the decant. I'm going to put my email in the description below, as well as the email to JB Butters, and you guys can do yourself a favor, treat yourself to a decant and some butters. Now, with that being said, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace.